Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Welcome to the Video Game Fight School channel. So we're going to be talking about Suicide Squad for probably the next few weeks at least. And there are a few things that I want to make pertinent before the DC fandom, because one thing about history is you kind of have to bring it up in many cases to kind of see how far we've come, where we're going, and all of that craziness. So if anybody can remember, sometime around 2018, November 30th of 2018, Stephen Hill put a huge post. If you guys do not know who Stephen Hill is, he's the creative director and co-founder of Rocksteady Games. He is the top dog in that studio. And, he put this tweet out because there had been some rumors that came out saying that Rocksteady was working on a Superman game. Okay, this was leaked or kind of portrayed on this website called Game System Requirements. This website is reputable in a weird sense for being able to kind of like get all these leaks and predict some really good stuff early. So this was their prediction. They still have it on there, Superman World's Finest, okay? And Stephen Hill responded and said, looking forward to the Game Awards. This is the Game Awards for 2018 this year. We're still hard at work in our development bunker, so don't expect an announcement from Rocksteady Games. When it's ready to show, you'll be the first to know. Spoiler, it's not Superman. Now, truly, from what we know today, it is a Suicide Squad game, but Superman is in this game, or maybe Bizarro. But Bizarro equals Superman-ish something. Now, what's interesting is, after then, I went ahead and made a video where I titled the video, Rocksteady's next game is a Superman game, here's why. And I talked about how I believed that from what we're seeing and from other parameters, it seemed like there'll be a Superman themed game. I said either a Superman game or a Superman themed game. Shameless plug, I would encourage you to go ahead and watch the video. It was one of the very first videos that I actually made on this channel. When I first kind of started, I enjoyed the process of making the video because there was so much conjecture that I put together thinking they were going to go the world's finest route. But now what we're hearing is it's most likely or potentially going to be the Justice League route. And so when I talked about these issues and, kind of the situation and all that, it was really weird. They put a target on my back. I had people comment saying, dude, this is not how you start a YouTube channel. You're crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. Dude, I got flack for this video, man. Now, some people were supportive. Some people said, this isn't really a crazy idea. It's not out of the question. And, a lot of people did want to see Superman in a video game. So somebody said, dude, it's not going to be a super. Is it going to be Superman or not? So many videos on this. Some people said they think it's going to be a Superman game. But what's really interesting was people were interested in the possibility of seeing Superman in a video game. And that was quite exciting to have those conversations. And I remember even people bashing on other YouTubers saying, you guys are just talking nonsense and all that stuff. And it really comes back down to the possibilities that are out there and the way, people follow leaks and follow news and rumors. And now what we have today is we have a teaser, an official teaser from Rocksteady with Superman on there. The possibility that we're going to have a Justice League, appearance of some kind, and the community is really ecstatic about it. Now, one really important thing is Stephen Hill is a master at throwing people off his scent. If you guys remember in Arkham Knight, one of the really important things about Arkham Knight was it seemed the community kind of figured out that the Arkham Knight was somebody that was close to Batman, and people kind of thought it was gonna be, the Red Hood, Jason Todd, or whatever his name is. And, Stephen Hill in an article said, well, blah, 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 blah. But I think he said the things that he said in order to throw the fans off. And I think he also did this to throw people off the scent. But we also got the Suicide Squad memo just a few weeks ago. And some people had been teasing it a while ago. And so it goes to show that within these studios, there's a very handful of games that they're actually able to make, because marketability is one thing and the DC comics are where it's at. So for those people who were on the heels of them, yes, they were not spot on. The initial, news and the initial rumors, they were not on point, but they were very close to what was going on. And I think even these leaks and these reveals that you're seeing or you saw back in the day were also probably from the potential news that Rocksteady had probably proposed a Superman game to Warner Brothers, and the game got shelved, or Warner Brothers did not like the pitch or something like that. But it's really interesting and it's really cool to see that today. You know, when he said, spoiler, it's not Superman, well, he was telling the truth. I know in my video I said, you know, he had that there was a pattern of deception that came from the studio, because they knew how to throw people, they knew how to throw people off their scent. But still, it came down to the fact that there were many aspects of the DC universe, the characters, that needed to be highlighted in the game, and I think they've done that job. The next company to make their move now is Warner Brothers Montreal, and I really am excited to see what they're going to show. For them, I kind of, you know, basically paid them no attention, because they started, you know, doing all this developer stuff, and as nice as it is to know who your developers are, it's better to know them in the context of the game that they're actually supporting, if you get what I mean. I'm not trying to minimize their work. I play Tom Clancy's The Division, and many of us got to know exactly who the developers were for that game and the community developers when the game had released. And I think that's what they need to do. They need to get that going, you know, and get a teaser or get an announcement, and then we can start seeing and learning who these developers are, what role they've played on the game, and then we can start interacting with them. I think this is how they need to do it. But what do I know? Nobody asked me any question, but it's really interesting to see that some of the I would say the shards of the things that we had been thinking about since 2018, 2019 are now somewhat coming together. And what's even crazier is Rocksteady has not even put Suicide Squad on their website. Maybe there's a Suicide Squad link, Suicide Squad game link or something that is out there that, you know, they probably are announcing it on, but there is no official website right now that I can see. And it's really weird that the community is even much more excited about this. And then finally, before I let you guys go, today is the 7th of August, and I mentioned this in one of my other videos, and I talked about you know, the fact that Avengers Beta has basically gone live today, and it seemed quite a coincidence that Rocksteady decided that today was the day they were going to announce this game. This game is most likely going to be a direct competitor. This game is most likely going to bring what Warner Brothers games, especially Rocksteady, has under their sleeves. I'm hoping that this game comes out very soon, perhaps even holiday of this year, or maybe early next year, hopefully, and we're able to get our hands on this, because this is kind of the passion of myself and a lot of people in this community. You're looking at, you know, guys like iRogan, Degenerate J, Slick Moth, Salvage, a lot of the people that talk about this stuff, podcasts now. There's, you know, Caboose, when you go and move on to bigger channels, I think K-Wing or something like that. These channels have spent years, and then most importantly, one of the bigger channels, Batman Arkham Videos, I think is the name of that channel. These channels have spent years and years speculating, waiting, pointing to things that are being, you know, put out there in the entirety of, you know, kind of the chatter. They've been following chatter for like 5 years, and now this has come together, and I'm sure every single one of them is just overjoyed. Even though it's a Suicide Squad game, it's not a Batman announcement like many people would like, but it seems to be unveiling what has been, you know, speculated, which is DC wants to launch an entire universe using a Rocksteady title and a Warner Brothers Montreal title. So we're not really far from seeing something like that. So hopefully August 22nd, or maybe before August 22nd, we're going to see something from either a DC development studio or Warner Brothers development studio, or when we get there, we're going to see it in the fandom event. So that's pretty much my video. I appreciate you guys' time and audience. Thank you so much. And I guess hopefully we'll see in another video. Peace.